If you stream or record PS5 gameplay and you want the best, most efficient way to capture your microphone commentary audio, have your party chat be able to hear you, capture that party chat audio along with the PlayStation 5's game audio, then this device might be the perfect audio upgrade that you've never thought about before. I present to you the Elgato Wave XLR Pro, a dual XLR audio interface and mixer that looks like it would only be used for a 1 or 2 person podcast, which it would be great for, but it's capable of so much more. Starting off with the connections on the back of the device, you'll get 2 USB-C ports to connect 2 devices. You have line in and line out ports, a 3.5mm or 6.3mm headphones input, and 2 XLR microphone inputs. On the front, you have an additional 3.5mm or 6.3mm headphones input. That way, if you do have up to 2 people that need to hear the audio coming through this mixer, each person will be able to have their own audio output without having to use splitters. At the bottom, there's a mount to attach it to a tripod, and then there's these rubber strips that keep the device well placed on surfaces such as a desk. As for the Wave XLR's internal specs, it has onboard DSP processing through Elgato's Wave FX processor, and the thing that I love the most about this is Clip Guard 2.0. This essentially keeps your voice from peaking so that your audience doesn't hear distorted, overly loud audio that could ruin their experience watching your content. So of course, we're gonna put all of this to the test in addition to how well it integrates with a PlayStation 5. But before we do that, I wanna give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Nexus Clips. If you're already thinking about how to level up your audio, why not do that for your short form content as well? With Nexus Clips, you can expand your reach faster with shorts using their AI-powered video editing tool. It automatically finds the best highlight moments from your long form videos or live streams that can then have it start and end time adjusted, set the face cam and gameplay positioning, add captions, subtitles, and when you're ready, you can easily download or upload your short directly to YouTube and TikTok. If you'd like to check it out, feel free to use my link in the description below and use code MIDNIGHT for 10% off. Alright, so right now I have the Wave XLR connected to my computer using the host USB-C port on the back of the device. As for my microphone, I am using the Rode Pod mic, which I've connected to this device using the first XLR input. Now to configure the audio going through the Wave XLR Pro, you're going to want to use their free software called Wavelength 3.0. You can get it on Mac or Windows, and when you launch the software, you should see that your device is connected like you do in my case. So now within this tab, you can see that I have the microphone audio coming through just fine on that XLR Mic 1 connection. I've also plugged in a pair of headphones so that I can hear the audio going through the device, and you can see that in my output section over here. So the first test I want to show you guys is within the XLR Mic 1 connection. Here you can set a variety of different filters and settings and effects to apply to the microphone directly. One of the cool things within the Wavelength 3.0 software is the auto adjust gain option. So if I select this and then start the test, I can just speak into the microphone. The goal of this is to see what my microphone level should be set to with the mic, of course, set. I would say about 6 inches away from my mouth, which is just the length that I love. And the gain that the software set me to is 49, and I've also set the gain lock so that no other software can control the gain outside of Wavelength. So I'm gonna go ahead and select done. There's a filter here for 48-volt phantom power, which is for condenser microphones. This is a dynamic microphone that I'm using here, so I'm not gonna have this checked off. You also have inline boost compatibility. Clip guard is a must. You're always gonna wanna keep that on, so when you're screaming into the microphone, your audio isn't gonna peak. If you jump over to the effects section, I'm a madman and decided to turn all of these on because they all offer some level of enhancement to the microphone quality. Some of these you can fine tune further by selecting the settings icon on the right hand side. Every microphone can be a little bit different, so this is a nice setting to play around with. Once you have all of your filters and effects applied to your microphone, you can give it a test by going to the sound check option here. All you need to do is select the record option here, and you can talk into the microphone, say whatever you want. When you're done, stop the recording, and then you can play it back to hear what your audio sounds like to make further adjustments to it. So you guys have been listening to the audio quality from the Rode Pod mic with all of the filters and effects applied within the Wavelength software. And now listen to how the microphone audio quality sounds without any of the effects applied within Wavelength. You might be able to hear some background noise now, maybe some room echoing, but you guys let me know in the comment section below if you can hear a difference in the audio quality. Now the next thing I want to show you guys is how well you can integrate a PlayStation 5 with this setup. To connect the console, you're going to want to take a USB-C cable and plug it into the aux port of the Wave XLR Pro. The other end of that USB-C cable would be plugged into the PlayStation 5. Then to make sure that the PlayStation sends its audio to the Wave XLR Pro, in your console settings, you're just gonna wanna go to sound, and then for output device, make sure that USB headset Elgato Wave XLR Pro USB aux is selected. And if you have that configured correctly, back inside Wavelink, you'll see the USB aux is receiving audio, which is exactly what you wanna see. Now, if I just jump into this real quick, and go to effects, I'm not gonna have voice focus on for AI acoustics. It's just not something that we need for game audio. So I've gone ahead and turned that off. So that way we get the full raw quality of the game audio. So now with our microphone and game audio set up, we can go to our mixes to configure the audio for our stream. So if we look at the stream mix column here, you can see that the USB aux has the game audio coming through right here. I'm actually gonna bring that down just a little bit so that it does not peak over my voice. And then my microphone voice right here for XLR Mic 1, I'm just gonna keep that as is. Now, if I was using that second XLR microphone input, I could control that audio in this row right here because it's tied to XLR Mic 2. And then if I had any line-in audio coming through the Wave XLR Pro, I could control that right here as well. Now, the added bonus of using this software is that you can easily control and add all of your system or application level audio. System, you can see, is applied in this row right here, but I can create another channel and add any of the apps that are running on my computer, such as Discord, Chrome, Edge, Spotify. When you're ready to add that stream mix into applications such as OBS Studio, Streamlabs Desktop, Meld Studio, in the settings of those applications, you're gonna wanna go to the audio option. And then for one of your mic auxiliary audio devices, you're gonna wanna choose the Stream Mix Elgato Wave XLR Pro. Real quick, the other columns that you see here are other mixes that you can control. One is for personal mix, which is the audio that you're gonna be hearing through your headphones, for example. Since our PS5 audio is going through USB aux, we can just select the plus button in this column to be able to hear our game and party chat audio. And now your chat mix is an input that can be used in apps such as Discord, but also your PlayStation 5. And this is where the true ultimate power of using the Wave XLR Pro comes into play. Let's first remove the game audio coming through because I wouldn't want anyone that I'm gaming with to hear the game audio coming back through as feedback to them. Let's mute XLR Mic 2. Let's delete line in and just keep our microphone right here. Now what I can do is select the edit chat mix option. We're gonna add an output and choose the USB out option. And once we do that, we can go ahead and close this window and check this out, guys. I'm gonna go into my microphone settings of the PlayStation 5. I have the USB headset, Elgato Wave XLR Pro USB aux selected. And if we go to adjust microphone level, you can see that that audio is coming through from this microphone. So this means, guys, that you can use one microphone for both your commentary that goes through OBS Studio for your stream to hear you. And now you can also have your party chat or people that you're talking to directly on the console to be able to hear you too, all at the same time. No more need to be using two microphones, using an Elgato chat link cable to add more complexity to your setup with wires coming out of your controller, and also no need to use remote play on your computer to pull in game and chat audio. And just in case you guys aren't believing me, you can see that the microphone audio is coming through right there. And now if I go ahead and mute this audio, see it's muted now, no audio is coming through when I'm speaking. All right, guys, I decided to jump into a quick game just to show you an example of how everything looks when it's put together quality-wise. Honestly, the audio sounds perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't hear a single issue with it. Really pleased with the results here so far. This guy right here. Oh, I don't want to get embarrassed. Not today. There we go. And the audio sounds just, it's perfect. Everything is in sync. There's no delays whatsoever. And the fact that I can just say, you know what, I want to make sure I'm chatting with my party. I can just go up to my mic settings, go to adjust microphone level, and I can hear it come through. I'm duplicating it. Sounds so weird. No issues with game chat whatsoever. Commentary is coming through perfect, as you can hear too. Oh, he's cooked. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked. There's a guy right here. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. That was toasty. Somebody has a target on me. I don't know exactly. Oh, I see him. Oh my god, I'm missing so badly. Oh, now he's scared. Oh my god, what does that even do, bro? Ah! To say that I'm just impressed with this device is an understatement. This thing is spectacular. The only other device that came close to functioning like this one is the Rodecaster Duo. This of course has the physical dials if you're more into that, but it definitely doesn't work as well for PlayStation 5 because it has a fatal issue where the game audio gets distorted off and on. I reached out to Rode to see if they would ever get a fix for this, but I haven't heard anything about it. Didn't hear any audio distortion issues using the Wave XLR Pro. As for pricing, it does come in at $350. So if this is something in your budget range, this is an absolute must-have for podcasters, PlayStation 5 gamers, and even dual PC setup users. This is a complete game changer and is pushing the evolution of what we can do with our audio in the streaming space. I highly recommend it. I put affiliate links in the description below if you do end up picking this device up and you want to support the channel. Thank you so much for staying to the very end of the video. Like, subscribe, and watch this video if you want to learn how good Wavelink 3.0 works on macOS. With that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.